Oh my God.
You're on.
John's running for Congress. John, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you all. Thank you all for being here as well. What a beautiful day. It's a great day in New Mexico. It's going to be a greater day come November 2nd.
Yeah. Well done.
You know, we announced for Congress a little over a year and a half ago. And I warned back then that this gang in Washington, D.C., including Mr. Heinrich, whose tracker's here today, and I'm going to speak openly. I promised that they would raise taxes on everybody. I said that government spending would continue to be reckless and out of control. I foresaw a national debt that was going to skyrocket to over $13 trillion a year and a half ago. I also predicted that our unemployment rate would continue to go up. Now, what these guys have done the last several months is leave a trail of promises made and promises broken. They promised that if they went out and spent nearly $800 billion of your hard-earned taxpayer dollars, money that should belong to all of you, that the unemployment rate would not go above 8%. Yet today, we see an unemployment rate at 9.6% and possibly rising again. It certainly rose over the last month. Remember, they promised fiscal accountability when they were running. And yet, we now have a national debt of $13 trillion. $44,000 for every man, woman, and child in America. So much for fiscal accountability. Another promise made and another promise broken. They promised a new way of doing business in Washington, D.C. You might recall they said they were going to drain the swamp, that they were going to have sunshine in government, that they were going to be the most open group of people to ever run D.C. And yet when they passed that health care bill, they had to do it behind closed doors, behind a process and a procedure that basically amounted to legislative bribery. A promise made, a promise broken. And now, they're fearful. They are terribly fearful that they're going to lose control of Congress. Why? Because of all of you that are here today. Why? Because of all of us. And do not be fooled in this election year, because they are sending out of state, out of town, out of dollar people to come in here and try to take back this seat. And I say they've never really held it because they've never represented you.
That's right.
And so let me conclude my comments.
As much time as you need.
I'll speak. I have a couple hours, so I'll be here. So, in the last 5.5 weeks, 5 weeks of the campaign, we're going to run what I think is going to be a very interesting, desperate campaign. You've seen that they've gone negative first on us.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's a sign of desperation when an incumbent has to go negative on a challenger, isn't it?
That's right.
John Burrell, Dick Cheney, George Bush. Very scary. Let me tell you what's scary. What's scary is a $13.4 trillion national debt.
That's right. Yeah, right on.
What's scary is a $44,000 debt owed by every man, woman, and child.
Yeah.
What's scary is an unemployment rate that looms just below 10%. What's scary is what the CBS Morning News or the CBS Sunday Show called today the new normal, where we better get used to high unemployment, where we better get used to a lower standard of living. That's what should scare everybody. Because I will not accept, nor will I think most of you accept, the fact that America's best days are behind us.
No.
I believe that there is a new dawn in America coming.
Right.
I believe that our best days are ahead of us. I believe that the future of America is great because the future of America lies with all of us. It does not lie with the bureaucrats in Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. So don't let them fool you again when they were talking about hope, which amounted to false hope. I believe in faith, a faith in all of you, a faith in small business to get us out of the recession, a faith in God, and yes, a faith that we will come back. And so I look forward to the debate, my friends. In the last 30-some days, I look forward to it. I'm not afraid at all to see all of you and to meet the voters one-on-one, unlike my opponent, who's not had one truly open town hall since he's been elected.
That's right. No, he hasn't.
I will face the voters like I face all of you today in the open, proud of my positions and philosophy, and proud to count many of you as my supporters. And for those of you who have not joined our campaign yet, we ask you to join our fight. My final thoughts are these. As the road continues toward Election Day, we're going to have ups and downs. There are going to be curves in the road, but we intend to finish the race victorious. And I want all of you to join us, because the fight is righteous, the fight is just, and the fight is about the future of this country. So join me in the campaign, join our campaign. God bless all of you for being here. We look forward to the days ahead.